Jason Kidd had Spencer Dinwiddie on the floor to close out the game.
What was Spencer Dinwiddie shooting today? What do you think it was?
Oh, he shot 8% from the floor. He was 0 of 9 from
He was
3.
1 for 12, 0 for 9 from 3.
Hold on. Let's say this again. Spencer Dinwiddie shot 8% from the floor. 8. He shot 8% from the floor. And if you were watching that game, what you watched down the stretch was Spencer Dinwiddie taking a bunch of threes, including off the dribble step back threes from the wing. There's 3 guys on your bench who would have given you more of an offensive presence. And I understand, like you might say, well, I can't put Jaden Hardy out there because Jaden Hardy doesn't give me the defense that Dinwiddie does. I agree with that. The problem is Naji Marshall and Quentin Grimes absolutely do. And in the case of Naji Marshall, he's 3 of 5 from 3. He's shooting 50% from the floor. He's hot as hell in the second half. In fact, he's the reason you almost won the game in regulation. He is the reason you were in overtime. You've got to have him on the floor. And it is bizarre to me. Bizarre. It is the height of bizarre to me that you saw Spencer Dinwiddie close that game. And up until this point, if you go back and listen to everything we've said about the Mavs since the season started, you will have heard me say in every episode that Jason Kidd is experimenting and that he has every right to experiment early in the season to find out what rotations, what lineups work well with him, what they can do outside of their standard sort of Luka on-ball pick-and-roll offense that gets Lively and Gafford active at the rim, creates open shots for people like Clay, and creates driving lanes for players like Kyrie. Every right to experiment with all of that. It's not an experiment to say, should I have the guy who's shooting 8% on the floor to close the game in overtime, or the guy who's shooting 50% and is hot as hell since the beginning of the second half, especially when that guy had a career high in the game before.